ago, I had a little health scare. And I was here at the office. We were having staff meeting, and I just didn't feel right. And I left the meeting, and Kim saw me and followed me out and quickly took me to my primary care physician. They ran some tests, and when they ran the test, their eyes kind of got big, and they sent me immediately to the emergency room. And so we go to the emergency room, and we walk in there, and when we told them why I was there, I didn't have to sit out in the waiting room with everybody else waiting for 8 hours. They took me right back. And when they took me right back, they ran some tests there, and then the test seemed fine right there, but it was interesting because after that, they put me back out in the waiting room, and I'm sitting there next to Kim just waiting, and I didn't wait very long. And I wasn't waiting very long, and then suddenly this girl comes through these doors, and she has those scrubs on and a badge around her neck, and she's pushing a wheelchair, and she yells, "Mr. Adams, Mr. Adams." And I said, "Yeah, right here." And she gets me in the wheelchair, and Kim looks at her and says, "What's happening? Where are you taking him?" And this young lady looks at her, and she says, "Well, he has to go and have such a test done on his abdomen." And I looked at Kim, and she looked at me, and she's like, and I'm like, because I wouldn't have any problem with my abdomen. I didn't know there was something wrong with my abdomen. And we're doing a test on my abdomen, and we're both going, what in the world's going on? Do they know something that we don't know? And she pushed me back there, and Kim had to sit out there by herself there in the waiting room wondering what's going on. And she pushed me down the hall, and she ended up pushing me into a line. It was a line of other people in front of me who were all waiting for the same test that I was about to have. And so I'm sitting there, and I'm looking at the people in front of me going, they don't look so good. And then I started going, do I look like them? And I started getting worried. I started getting a little bit worried, and your brain really starts to go right there. I mean, what's happening? What's going on? I don't know. Most of you probably have had in here some kind of health scare like that gets you questioning, right? Questioning. And one of the things I discovered, there were some big, and primarily 3 big questions that came to my mind while I'm sitting there. And one question was, who do I love / who will I miss? Am I ready for what's next? Did my life matter? Did my life matter? Not once sitting there did I go, when am I supposed to pick up the laundry? Not once did a trivial question come up. But it focuses us down, and if we could be focused down, realizing that each of us has such a brief life. Not one is guaranteed tomorrow. Who do you love? Are you ready for what's next? And has this life mattered? And how do you answer that? How will you answer that?